All right, we should be live, ladies and gents. So let me know in the comment section if y'all can hear me, because we gonna dive right into it, right into the nitty gritty. So let's dive in. And then for my Zoom people, I'm about to share my screen. So Zoom, people on Zoom, can y'all see my screen clearly? And then for people on YouTube, can y'all hear me clearly on YouTube? Okay, perfect. So we are going to dive right in. So of course we have gold, and then first I'm going to say we'll be going over gold, going over NASDAQ, and then we'll be going over US 30. Them the only three pairs that I'm gonna do today. My girlfriend, she downstairs sick right now, and she says she feel like she got to throw up, and I need to go get her some medicine, so forth and so on. So it's gonna be a short call. Like I said, we're just gonna go over those three. We're not gonna dive into GJ or GU, but I'll go over those. I didn't want to cancel the call because I know that y'all be looking forward to these calls every week, but she was getting sick right before the call. So like I said, I'm gonna just make this short and sweet, get y'all the markups for the week, and then I'll continuously update you guys inside of the Telegram chat about the updates, right? So like I said, right here we have gold, and then for anybody that's new, pretty much we just hop on these calls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. So if anybody that's new to the call, welcome. Like I said, I just give my markups on what I'm looking for in the week, and then I continuously update my Telegram chat about the moves that we were overall looking at. So if you're new, go back and rewatch all of the calls, and you can see week in and week out all of the markups play out literally week after week, right? So last week we were here on last Sunday, and then remember, if you are a returning member, you remember that we were sitting here on the call. As soon as we had got on the call, we had this bearish candle, and then I was saying I was looking for price to hit this negative 61.8, and then we needed to watch price there. So remember, the ghost pattern that I gave was only to this negative 61.8 because that was the only clear indication that the market was going to go to. We didn't have any other data of where it was going to go next, right? So price ended up hitting this negative 61.8. You can see we had that watch price here. Then the second thing that I mentioned was we can either see price break this zone and retest it, or we will buy back up because we were sitting at this level of support where price broke this previous level of resistance, and it came back to retest it as support. So then that's what this is for, this break retest. And then I said to look for buys and to watch price at this level of support here, because we could have seen a rejection, or we could see price push up to the upside. So as you can see, this area that we mentioned before, price broke above it, gave a very nice retest here, and then gave us a continuation. So for the people that's inside of the signals chat, and then also for the people that had signed up with my broker the last time we were on the call, we talked about this in a live trade room, and we caught this buy. This was on MLK Day, and then we pretty much was in consolidation all day, but then we got this beautiful buy to the upside. So gold was pretty much real smooth all last week. It was just forming a series of higher highs and higher lows, like a real smooth trending market. I know another sale, we had caught these sales here in the live trade room as well. We took those, and then to end the week, price is starting to give us indication that it wants to pull back. So my students, you already know what we have here. We got this pretty much ascending channel forming. So, and we already broke structure. Y'all can see I already got the alert set. But overall, let me go to the higher time frames first before I give y'all my analysis. So the weekly closed very bullish. The daily closed very bullish as well. Now we can see that on the higher time frames we have this level of resistance that we need to be aware of here. So I'm eager to see how price is going to respect this area, if we're going to reject it or if we're going to break above, retest, and create new all-time highs. Let me look. I see some questions in the YouTube. If I still got a link for one of your stories to buy a signal live trading, can I still buy it there, or would I need a new one? No, you would need a new one, but I don't have a link to give you right now because I closed them. So if you hadn't joined in back then you can't really join right now because I closed them off. And the same thing with my mentorships as well. So anybody that applied for the mentorship, the slots got filled. So if you were looking to do that, you'll just have to wait till the next time, because now, honestly, I didn't even expect that many people to want to like do the mentorship, but now currently it's a wait list. So if you weren't accepted inside of the mentorship program, then like I said, it's a wait list until I open them back up. And same thing for the signals chat. The signals chat is a wait list. In the live trade room, if you want to get in the live trade room, I may open it back up, but I'll let y'all know in my Telegram chat. But the signals chat is already closed off. Everything's pretty much closed off. Just rocking with the people that's been supporting me, and we just gonna, they gonna get all the value that I'll be dropping inside of that live trade room, right? So like I was back to what I was saying though, daily time frame, we got this level of resistance. We need to see how it's going to react. And then on the 4-hour, students, you already know what we got here. So that's an indication that I'm looking for the market to potentially push down. And then we opened up with a gap. Once the market opened at 5 p.m., we opened up with this gap. So I'm eager to see if price is going to pull back into this gap. But that kind of goes hand in hand with the bias that I already have. So if I go to my 30-minute time frame, we can see that this is, like I was mentioning before, a uptrend structure. So I'm going to get rid of these. So it's not that much stuff on the chart. And then I'm gonna draw out the structure that we in. So this is the overall structure that we have. We just had a breaker structure here. So now that we just got a breaker structure, the next thing that we want to look for is a retest. So we want to see if this is going to pull back into the zone, give us some bearish price action signals to then drop down. So overall, we just need to wait and see how far price is going to retrace. But we can put our fibs on here from this point A to this point B here. And then, like I said, we need to see how far price is going to retrace from this area. So I'm going to draw this channel trend line here. And then I'll remove this. So overall, we have this trend line here. Now this trend line may or may not get retested, but the areas that I'm looking for are these 3 areas here. So the very first area is this level of support. And let me just delete these so they're not in the way. The very first area that I'm looking for is this area right here, the level of support that we broke. Second area that I'll be looking for is this level of resistance and or this trend line. So I'm looking for those, for price to pull back into those areas and then potentially give us the drop that we are looking for. And hold on, somebody spamming the comments, so let me just remove them real quick because it looked like a bot. I'm putting you in timeout for 24 hours. Hold on, let me see. Hey, Lito, I got a message from your team that they will call me, but I still have nothing. What time is your appointment? Because I could double check with them. And hold on. Let me 1 second. I'm about to write them real quick. Deloy. I hope I said that right. But another thing too, for the person that's asking, I think your name is Deloy. My team is they're in a different time zone. So, you may, like, if you booked it, you got to make sure that you booked a call for their right time zone. But if not, just send me an email. I'm gonna just put it in the chat. So Lido FX. Actually, I'm gonna put my Telegram. No, I'm gonna put my email. LidoFX2@gmail.com. So you can just send me an email if you have any questions. But all right, so back to this. I'm looking for this to pretty much retest, and then overall, the first thing I want to see is price come back to this area. Now, if we don't get this retest and then we just come to this area, then I'm not necessarily looking for the retest, because this is still in the overall bullish uptrend. So until we break this last higher low here on this higher time frame structure, then I can still see the market forming those higher highs and higher low points until we break structure. Now, of course, we broke it on minor structure, which is this little baby fib here, but overall, the minor structure can always easily be broken. So if this retest here, it'll probably hit this negative 27 and then give us a push up. So watch price here. And then to give y'all a ghost pattern, I will be looking for something like this to occur. So something like this. Hold on, let me get a deeper pullback if I could find one. Something like this. This one a little bit better. Yeah. That's him right there. All right, so looking for price to pretty much pull back and then give us a break and a retest, and then we could sell it down to this negative 27. Now, of course, like I said, if we just come down here, watch price in this area, because we could buy up as well. So overall, still looking for sales to start the week, and then we also need to fill in that gap from the market, and that's what price look like it's doing. So fill in that gap, see if we could pull back a little higher, and then we can look for that overall drop. So gold, pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Blueprint students, we write at it in the morning time, 8 a.m. So so you can hop on the live trading, and then for the people that's not inside the blueprint, I'll update the Telegram chat on gold later on this week. So be on the lookout for that. Now, does anybody have any questions about any of that? You say you can't see the ghost pattern right here, unless it's too light. I can make it darker. Hold on, let me make it dark blue. Hopefully y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Okay, perfect. Somebody said, would I place a sell limit there? No, I don't really do sell limits. I'm a market execution type of guy. So, yeah, I don't really like to do limit orders. That's not my thing. Because the thing with limit orders is you can put, like, let's just say we put a limit order. Let's say we put a limit order right here, and then price just shot up. It's like you just lost that trade for no reason, because you wanted to predict the market and not react to it. So, like I said, I just look for the right price action signals to solidify whether I'm going to take the trade or not. Well, all right, so that's what I got on gold. Now let's move on to NAS. Jeez, NAS opened with a huge gap. This was a 290 point gap on NASDAQ. Goodness gracious. But all right, so this is where we were at last week, and god dang, like, I don't see this. Why, for anybody that's new, y'all gotta go and just watch the, like, y'all just gotta go watch the old recordings, because look at this ghost pattern. Like, just look how beautiful that ghost pattern played out. And then what did I say? I was looking for the buy here. Watch price in this area. Why? Because look what happened. As soon as it came to this area, it dropped 300 points. So if you was trying to be greedy, and this is why I always tell y'all, and I really emphasize it to my students, take it step by step. Because here, if you like, oh, well, I'm going to carry it higher than this zone, or I'm going to, carry it to the negative 61.8, whatever case may be, and then you don't know if it's going to break this level of support. Look what, like, if you enter the buy here, then you was in profit hella, and then boom, your stop loss got wiped, and then it went in your direction. It's like, that's why you take it step by step, because you don't know if it's just going to respect those areas until it hit your stop loss. So super important. But this was a beautiful trade setup that played out. Like I said, this was pretty much was a real self-explanatory one. We had this trend line here, broke above this trend line, came down to retest it, and then we got this beautiful buy up. And then as y'all can see, we hit this negative 61.8. Negative 61.8 means reversal, and then we got this huge drop to end the week last week on NAS, right? So now let's go to the weekly. Weekly was bullish as well, but like I said, we opened up with a gap. Daily time frame. Now this actually has the possibility to do something like this, because of the way it's forming. Like, it had these high points, but then it was forming like lower high points all throughout this area. So this has potential to continue to drop, but we just gotta wait and see. Said Mike, can you cover GU next? No, I'm not going over GU. It's gonna be a quick call, because like I was saying at the beginning, my girlfriend's sick, and she actually just texted me and said she would throw up. She said I jinxed her because I told her the food was gonna make her throw up, but whoops. So I gotta go attend to her. So it's gonna be a quick call. But what I can do is I can go over it next class. But all right, so on the 4-hour, same concept. We had this huge gap. So I honestly, when the market gives huge gaps like this, I honestly don't like it, because it just kind of throws off structure. But just from experience, I will look for the market to fill this gap, and this also was a level of support that got broken and didn't get retested. So off the rip, I'll be looking for price to fill that gap. However, we just need to see the actual price action or the actual structure be formed to say that, because right now it's just bearish candlesticks that's saying that like it's still pushing down. So we don't have enough confluence to say like it's going to just push up right just at this moment. But overall, I can see it pulling back to the zone. And then let me adjust these zones real quick. So these purple zones that y'all see me draw, these are just minor structure zones, and that's why they disappear when I'm on my higher time frames. Oops, I should delete this because this was last time. How many likes we at right now though? Let's see. Oh my goodness, I'm about to cut the stream off. We only had 22 likes, and it's 140 people on the call. I'm about to end the stream, bro. Y'all so disrespectful. I can't believe y'all. We talked about this last week. And y'all don't be pressing that like button. I'm about to cut the stream off because y'all just be, I don't know what y'all got going on, bro. Let me check the comments real quick, because I need some explanation. What's to it? Why are we only at 26 likes? It's 138 people on the call. Please, somebody explain it to me. Somebody make it make sense. Well, all right, so this gonna pull back. It's just a matter of when it's gonna pull back. But this coming to here, and then watch price at this area. If we get rejections, then we're gonna look for the sales. Boom, and that'll be a trend line breaking retest as well. So I hope your girl feels better. I appreciate that. Watching and not liking is crazy. Yes, absolutely. Very disrespectful. See, I know I ain't the only one. I knew I wasn't the only one because we focusing on the charts. Well, y'all still gotta hit that like button. That's what Y'all support me. I'm helping y'all. Y'all gotta support me. Yeah, it's broken that last lower high on a 4 hour. Yep. So watch price at this area here. Look for this pullback. Once we get this pullback into this area, then we will see if we can get some bearish price action signals to give us a drop to the downside as such. So that'll be what I'm looking for. And then for buys, because of course y'all know I give y'all both sides, we will need to see a break and retest above this resistance here. Pretty simple. Like trading is really like simple. It's just like we complicate it as humans because we overthink stuff. What time frame do you take your NAS sell on? That's like a blueprint question, but I take my entries on 15 or 30 minute or sometimes a 5 minute. It just depends. It's all subjective. There's never always a end all be all. Like I never always take them on M15. I never always take them on M30. I never always take them on M5. It's just like whatever the data the market gives me to create the story that I needed to tell. That's the time frame that I take it on. But majority of the time they are on M15, M30. But all right, so that's what we have for NAS. Remember, we're looking for this to pull back into this level of support here. Then we're gonna watch price at this level of support to see if we get some bearish price action so we could sell it back down. Ultimately, this would look like such. Well, shit, damn, this already hit TP. The next one will be, yeah, this will be that lines up good. So we'll see. Once we get a full stopping point, we could draw a new fib on there. But until then, we won't draw a new fib. But all right, so now US 30. Would you look at that? We had this ghost pattern last week. This was where we were at last week. We were looking for price to pull back into this zone, this red zone. And then I said I would look for buys at this red zone. What do? We came into this red zone, tapped it, and then flew up. Like, honestly, it's just, it's just like marking up is starting to get a little boring. It's just like the same thing every week. And that's what trading for y'all, it should really be boring. Like trading is just like you do the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again. The only reason why it's like fun in a sense, or like if you get that sense of a funness, is because you got money involved. But like marking up and actually just like analyzing the market is very simple. And like, well, when I say simple, it's simple once you know what you're doing and you know what you're looking at. But it's really just a series of structure, right? So let's go to our higher time frames. Weekly looks very bullish. Daily looks bullish as well. So one thing, like, even when I say things look bullish, this one thing I want y'all to understand as well. Like, we just had this brand new impulse. Let me change the color real quick. We had this brand new impulse that has not had a pullback yet. So what does that mean? That means a pullback is due. And we broke structure here. So what should a market do? The market moves in 3 phases: impulse, correction, continuation. This is our impulse. Then we would look to see if we're going to get a correction and then potentially get a continuation. Or in this case, since we have this structure could be an impulse, this could be the correction, and that could be the continuation. Either way, we just need to see what the market gives us. But overall, that's the 3 phases that the market moves in. So we just need to be able to adapt and understand why the market is potentially going in the direction that's going. This off the rip got to come back to here because this previous area of resistance that broke. It needs to get retested before it gives us its overall continuation. So off the rip, just off of the daily time frame, like I don't like, even if I had nothing on my charts, I will be able to tell you that the market is probably gonna come back to 43 425 ish area off the rip, just from understanding structure. So that's why it's important that y'all understand and y'all real in alignment with structure. And then on our 4 hour, we can see we kind of respected this level of resistance here. Well, this little level right here, this zone, little level of resistance. So that's why we got this reaction off of this. You see, we was very bullish on our H4. We didn't even have a pull. Like these ain't even 23.6s, like just super aggressive continuations. So like this definitely got to pull back. It's just a matter of when. It's not a matter of it's gonna happen, because it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's gonna happen. H1, same thing. Like even if I mark, like I was just saying, like I don't have to have anything on my charts to tell where the market is going. It's all structure. So just higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, so forth and so on. This off the rip got to at least come down to here, and then it could pull back and go higher, or pull back into this zone and go higher, so forth and so on. But let me turn my chart back on. Oops. Oh shit, I ain't mean to do that. All right, so let's delete that, and then boom. So currently where we are sitting, we can get rid of these because we don't need these. And then this fib is still intact. And then I'm going to delete these. And let's drag this over. Oh shoot, it's 6:30 already. I'm already over time. All right, so we about to speed through this real quick. But all right, so see, like I was mentioning, we had this level of resistance. Price gave us this push down, but overall, even on our smaller time frames, we have not gotten like a solid break and retest. We had this little fib structure here. This is gonna hit this negative 61.8, and then from there, watch price in this little zone here. So we broke, look for the retest, and then fall down to here. So pretty simple. Boom. And I usually will go over this a little bit more in depth, but the fact that, like I said, I gotta go. I'm kind of rushing through this, but overall, like, and one thing, all right, here goes a quick little pointer. When you are inside of the market, if you pay attention to what price did in the past at the area, that's a good indication on like what it's gonna do in the future. So you see, like right here, if I just highlight this little area and I drag it across, oops, let me do that. But if I drag this across like this little area here, more than likely price is gonna do the same thing that it did over here. So here we had a drop, we had a pullback, and then we had a drop. So what am I gonna do? Look for my ghost pattern. I'm gonna look for this drop, pullback, and then another drop. So literally I just dragged that across like such. It's literally the exact same thing. And then boom, now I got a ghost pattern. But of course, like that's a little too large ghost pattern, so I'm gonna take a little bit off of that. But overall, it's the same concept. So something like this. Let's delete that one. Yeah, just like that. You see how that just makes sense? We looking for the price hit negative 61.8, pull back into the zone, retest it, shoot back down to the zone. It just makes sense. And then, hold on. I'm about to give y'all a video to watch real quick. so that y'all can practice doing what I'm doing right now. So hold on. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's share this. Wop. And then boom. This video right here, this is what y'all need to do to practice the y'all ghost patterns. Y'all back test enough, y'all understand what I'm talking about. So boom, this is a real good video. So I'm gonna put the link in the description, or the link in the chat. That way y'all can go watch that, so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when I say why I'm looking for the stuff that I'm looking for, because I back test enough to know the flow of the market. Once you know the flow of the market, you know, like, you have a sense of where price is actually about to go. So I'm looking for that, for price pull up in here, sell off, and then of course, if we break above this area retest, then we could look for a price to continue to push up, because this will be breaking. And the reason why I say that is because this will be breaking the structure, last lower high, break above, come back to retest level support, push up. Simple. So this is what I have on US 30 to start the week. I really see US 30 and NAS like really like falling deeper this week. But we got to finish off this bullish momentum first. So just making sure before I like tell y'all this gonna fall all the way down here, that we actually get this sell off first before well, not actually giving us this buy, but selling and then breaking these little structures here before we get down to this area. Will you reopen the signals? I'm not sure yet. I don't know, maybe next week. I don't know, because like the signals, like well, if you inside my school, if you in my school community, you can get the signals, but the actual signals chat, like in Telegram, I closed it. But if you want to actually learn, and the reason why the one in the school is open is so you can actually learn and not just be a signal taker. So the one inside my school community, you can still get that one, but that one's, the link is in my description in my Instagram, and my Instagram is located on the screen. But all right, so anybody got any questions on US 30 before I let y'all go? Let's look at gold. Yeah, still looking the same. All right, cool. NAS, we already know what we're looking for. And then hold on, let me put this little zone right here. And then US 30, same thing. Oops. Looking for a pullback and then a fall. But all right, so that is what I have for the week. Like I said, sorry it's a short call. I had to go help my girlfriend, but overall, we will be getting back into the flow next week. If y'all got any questions, just make sure that y'all reach out or put them inside the actual chat, and then I'll review those. And then, like I mentioned before, I'll update you guys inside of the Telegram chat. So it's important that y'all inside of my Telegram chat for anybody that's new. And then the Telegram chat is inside of the description, so you can join that for completely free, and I'll drop all of my updates about the trades that we talk about on these calls inside the free Telegram chat. So definitely take advantage of that. I will see you all again next week. Y'all have a